Okay. Okay. Welcome to Polite Talk Podcast episode. Ooh, 28? Yikes. I kind of forgot. Oops. Well, obviously, you already know what it is because you're reading the title of it before you even, you know, clicked on the video. Ooh, excuse me. I just burped. Slash the, you know, if you're listening to it in audio streaming services. Um, so this is episode 28. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Um, and today I'm going to talk about my top 3 favorite isekais. So, uh, sorry. I'm all sorts of messed up right now with like swallowing and yawning and all this stuff because I'm tired, okay? Um, well, basically, there you go. Sorry, guys. This is a rough start, I believe. I know. Sorry. Okay. Seriously, let's start. Top 3 favorite isekais. Okay. I should say, right off the bat, I have not watched every isekai there is. There's just way too many of them. And a lot of them have weird names or just names that are way too long, like something about spiders and then something about picking up girls in a dungeon and something about freaking who knows what and what's what. I don't know. There's too many isekais, okay? There's skeleton warrior ones and then blah, blah, blah. I don't know. The point is, I maxed out my defense stat. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I hope you, yeah, there's a lot of isekais, way too much. And like I said, I haven't watched them all, but I have watched enough where I feel like I can basically, you know, I just want to talk about my top 3 favorites. It's that simple, really. I mean, yeah. So let's just get freaking right into it before I just keep rambling, dude. So anyway, so I'll start with number 3 and then go 2 and then 1. So my top 3, starting with number 3, is Mushoku Tensei. Okay, so wow, Mushoku Tensei is freaking amazing, dude. I legit just finished watching the last episode of season 1 today. And basically, Rudius-sama finally got out from being depressed and is going to go find his mom. Excuse me. Sorry. I got boogers and crap. Allergies are just, Anyways. So, Rudius finally got out of his freaking bed. Finally got up from being depressed. He was depressed because Eddie's, his redhead crazy girl, is ditched him. They finally got it on, and Eddie's left with Ghislaine, and they're off on their own journey. Um, and Rudius was like so traumatized because he finally got laid. And he thought, oh my gosh, my life is finally amazing, and I got laid, and I'm gonna be happy with Eddie's for the rest of my life, and blah blah blah. But what's that? He wakes up and Eddie's left a note and basically said, "Listen, I don't think this is gonna work out. We're just too different. We're not that compatible. Let's go our own ways for a while." Blah blah blah. Anyways, but excuse me, excuse me. We find out that Eddie actually does love Rudius a lot. But of course, he doesn't know that. but she just felt like she needed to leave because she just felt like she relied too much on Rudius. She wants to be more independent, basically, and she doesn't want. She also, I think, kind of feels like she's like holding him back a little bit. Um, so yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's obvious that Rudius is probably going to go to the university now. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so freaking just full of snot and shiz, and I'm sick of it. Anyway, so yeah, so basically we kind of know what's the next step, right? The next season is obviously going to be Rudius. He's gonna he's searching for his mom, but he's also probably gonna go to the university, and what's her face? The the water mage chick. I forgot her name. She's a demon from the demon continent. She's looking for him, and anyway, basically, there's a lot of story that's for season 2, and I'm excited for it. Like super excited for it, and yeah, yeah. But it's a great dude. The show is freaking amazing. Mushoku Tensei, it's probably the most. No, I was gonna say it's probably the most perverted show. No, not necessarily. Um, but it's freaking super perverted, and it's like every every episode there's something perverted going on, and there's a lot. It's a lot. It's pretty ridiculous how perverted the show is. Um, But it's freaking good, dude. It's funny. The characters are great. Fantastic. The world is fantastic. I will say the reason it's at number 3 is because it does get pretty slow paced for a little while, like for several episodes. But like the thing is, it didn't necessarily bring down my excitement or my like interest in the show. It just there's just shows that I feel like are just better paced and that helped it overall. And so that's why this is number 3, Mushoku Tensei. But honestly, it's a fantastic show. I absolutely love it. It's somewhat different, the concept of the isekai. I mean, it's the same thing. He dies, he becomes, goes to a different world, but the concept is pretty different as well because he literally grows up from like being a child, a baby, literally. He still was his own consciousness, and he that's how he basically just he was aware of who he was in his past life and everything. So, um, which was hilarious. Obviously, like he was like totally turned on from his mom, and then the maid, and the maid actually kind of realized like this child's a little off for some reason, which was pretty funny. But no, it's a great story, and the cool thing about it too I like is that the character in his past life was Rudius. Um, he was just bullied so hard as a kid and in his whole life that he just was a complete loser. Like he was a shut-in, he was awkward, he was weird, he was like, fat, and he was just all these negative bad things, and he was just so depressed and so just so out of this world. Like he was just so gone, so gone. And it there was so many moments where he like stepped out into the world finally outside of his home, where he felt he saw that the world wasn't as bad as he thought it was before. Like it's just there's a lot of really great growing moments that I absolutely enjoyed because yeah, it's just a different sort of take on the isekai, genre, but it dealt with, depression and a lot of like health or mental issues, and it's cool. It's really cool. It's a very interesting take on the isekai formula. and I absolutely enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. I love the whole like how there's like, different like the levels of like magic. There's like saint level and king class and whatever classes, and then even for like the sword, there's like different sword classes and stuff, and it's just cool. It's super cool, super well done, fantastic. Like I said, animation, the characters are great as well. I don't necessarily like Rudius like compared to the other characters as much. um like I think the Superd is my favorite character. He's dope. Um, but yeah, it's just great, and it's very adult. It's very adult with the situations that are going on. There's just a lot of hardcore stuff going on in the world, but also in terms of like pervertness, there's a lot of adult. It's just very adult, but it's such a good show, and the magic is fantastic. The fighting's fantastic. The animation's fantastic, and such a good freaking show. I absolutely loved it. So anyway, that's my top three. Number three. Let's move on to number two before I just keep rambling. Um, yeah, but my number two is Konosuba. Oh yeah, Konosuba. Oh my gosh, dude. The thing is, listen, Konosuba, like in terms of like a fighting like and magic sort of, type of show, Mushoku Tensei is by far better. But Konosuba is so freaking fantastic. The characters are absolutely worthless pieces of garbage, but they are so freaking funny, dude. It is absolutely fantastic to watch. It's hilarious. It's so freaking funny, and I absolutely enjoyed it. It was so much fun to watch that show. And that show, when I was referring to Mushoku Tensei not being the most perverted show, it's definitely this one. Konosuba's like pervertedness is just beyond anything else I've ever seen. I mean, dude, the freaking night chick, I forgot her name, is just so there's just so many things wrong with her. And the main character especially, I mean, I get it. He's a pervert like all, isekai characters usually are. Um and but it's just, oh dude, and like the way he like does his hands is so freaking like gross and creepy. But it's so funny, dude. And I love one of my favorite moments is like he's like gender equality and he punches the girl in the face. Um oh man, it's just such a good freaking show. That show is fan freaking tastic, dude. Um and again, it's mostly well, and it's funny because like in terms of like a video game, like an isekai, I think it does a really good job with like actually showing off a lot of like like menus and like statuses and like blah 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 sort of things like and a big reason, and I will admit, a big reason I like the show as well is because it really, really, really reminded me of Dragon Quest a lot. And if you guys didn't know, I really love Dragon Quest. And so, yeah, I thought it was fantastic. But yeah, I mean, there's even a freaking enemy that's the poison like super bad guy that was, I'm pretty sure in season 2 at like he was like a stronger enemy, but like at one point he looks like a freaking heel slime, a venomous poisoned heel slime, purple and gooey, and literally he looked like a heel slime. Um, which is like again, it's just so Dragon Quest. It's like it's impossible not to say it's Dragon Quest, but and so that's I would say it's another reason why I loved it so much. But yeah, but again, it's mostly because of the characters. The animation's great, the story's fine, like it's pretty good, like but it's just the humor. The humor is on a different level, dude. It's so freaking good, and I absolutely enjoyed it so much. And yeah, I want to watch more. I want to watch more, dude. But anyway, yeah, that's my number two. And excuse me, I just burped again. I apologize. I'm so gross. I get it. And before I mention my number one, I would kind of like to talk about isekais in general. Um, and some honorable mentions. But for example, honestly, if I didn't watch Mushoku Tensei, my number three pick would probably be Devil's a Part Timer. That show is freaking fantastic, and I love it so much. And I'm so excited for this fall. Season 2 is coming out. Finally, it's such a good show. So funny, so entertaining. Um, yeah, absolutely love that show. And then Shield Hero is going on right now. It's happening, but honestly, it's I'm just not that interested in it. Like, it's decently good, but it's just not that good. It's like more bad than good, but it's not horrible. It's not a bad show per se. It's let's say this, it's mediocre. That for me, Shield Hero is mediocre. I'm so sorry. I really am. Um, yeah, and season 2 has been okay so far. I mean, I know it's only just starting and stuff, but still, I'm just, yeah. But by far the worst isekai is freaking Sword Art Online. Oh my gosh, that show just it had such a strong start, and then it just absolutely took a dive, and it just kept going down and 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 down. Stupid show. Sorry if you like it. I apologize. Slash I don't. Um, but my number one freaking favorite isekai is the following. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Now, I will admit the name of this show is absolutely ridiculous, and it's kind of dumb and long, and I get it. But it's so good. It's such a good show. And I will absolutely admit, yes, there is a lot of references to Dragon Quest. Abso-freaking-lutely there is. And so, yes, that does help it overall in terms of why I liked it so much. But besides that, it's such a good freaking show. There's not even that much fighting. It's more of like just like a slice of life almost, like anime. It's just so freaking good. I love basically the progress that Rimuru has made is fan freaking tastic. I mean, he has been progressing, like evolving, getting stronger and better, and meeting more allies and more powerful allies, and growing his village into a freaking town, into a city, into a nation. And just the level of progression that like Rimuru has had in all aspects is just so good. It's so fantastic. It was such a good freaking show, dude. Like, it still is a freaking good show, and I can't wait for season 3 to come out. But it's so freaking good. I absolutely love that. The sense of progression is probably what I love most from the show. But yeah, the characters are great. The story's great. The fighting is fantastic. Just like the atmosphere, the world is so great. Everything is so good about it. Like, especially the characters. The characters are so well done, so well written. Everyone's got like a freaking like thing that they do, and And there's like some comic relief characters like Gulpda, for example. Gulpda is like supposedly super weak, but he's not. He's like actually pretty strong and it's fantastic. And yeah, it's just such a good freaking show, dude. Such a good freaking show. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, bro. I absolutely love it, dude. Um, yeah, and that's basically it in terms of my top three, and as to why I love them and why they're amazing. The only thing I don't like about that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and I will be completely honest, and I know a lot of people or some people might not like this, but the only thing I don't like about Rimuru is that he looks too much of a girl, dude. Like, first of all, I don't like how short he is, and then I also don't like how feminine he looks. But that's just me, so I apologize. But he is a great character. I don't like the fact, like, for example, they love to like put cute clothes on him and stuff for like girl clothes, and it's like, dude, but he's a guy. But you know, whatever. I don't know. He was a literal businessman in his past life. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I get it. He literally swallowed like a cute girl lady, and she's like, she was a she. I get it, but still, I don't know. But still, anyway, it's still a fantastic show, and I absolutely love it. So anyway, what do you guys think? What do you think about my top three favorite isekais? Do you guys have a top three favorite isekais? What is it? Let me know, bros. Okay, so that's basically done with that segment. Let's talk about what we've been watching and playing. Okay, so what have I been watching? Okay, let's see. I believe I've watched an episode of Inuyasha or two. I don't remember if it was this week or last week. Excuse me, I just burped again and it was loud and it was gross and I'm sorry. And then besides Inuyasha, I talked about it, but I literally started watching Mushoku Tensei and I finished watching what there is available to watch already in like literally 1 week, which was fantastic and I absolutely enjoyed it. Finally, again, able to watch One Piece and Dragon Quest Die. I'm absolutely loving these shows so much. One Piece's episode was fantastically amazing. Dragon Quest Dies as well. If you guys want to check out my reviews, reactions, or whatever it is on all things Dragon Quest Die, head over to my other YouTube channel. It's called Dragon Quest Papi. We'll see you there. Besides that, I don't think I've watched anything else that I can remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's basically it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. In terms of playing, um, still playing Arceus, which is fantastic. And then I had a great time. It was my buddy's birthday, and we had a Smash night, and it was fan freaking tastic, dude. I love Super Smash Bros. It's such a good game. It's a game I could probably play for the rest of my life, and with friends, and we would still absolutely always love it. It's so good. It's so fun. All my buddies have like gotten better as well, and it's just much more entertaining, and it's just yeah, it's just a great time. Um, love Smash Bros. Ultimate, bro. And then besides that, a little bit of Dragon Quest Seven, a little bit of I think that's it. I think that's basically it. So yeah. So let's just stop right there. All right. Cool. Well, I just want to thank you guys for listening or watching this episode. If you're listening to me on whatever audio podcast services you're listening to me on, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you're watching me on YouTube, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Oh, and I will say last week I had some technical difficulties with the mic for my audio version. And so, again, I want to apologize. I'm so sorry. And I really, 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 really hope this week's episode did not get affected somehow with my audio mic. So, Yeah, but if you're on YouTube, you're all good. You can hear it all and watch it all without any issues. Anyway, this is Boppy. This was Polite Talk Podcast. And thank you for joining me. Have a good night. Peace.